Yes, people, and welcome back to Normski TV and the What's Going On podcast. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and share if you're new. As I keep saying, every week on the road to 300. And at the moment, nobody is online with me yet, but who cares? I'll be talking to myself and saying all of that. I might well be by myself tonight. Just to say, Kofi said he's going to be in the chat. Obviously, we know Andy's going to be still on holiday until the Premier League comes back again. Big D's on his way down to Gatwick, so he said he's going to join me later in the chat, so he can't join me now. So this is a first, me going live by myself. I haven't heard from Ez yet, so he may well join me in the chat. But we are going to be talking all things football, and what a week of football. Sunday gone, what a final. World Cup final, what a final. It's just crazy. Again, smash that like button, subscribe and share if you're new. So listen, guys, it's something different. This is the first time doing a podcast pretty much by my lonesome, but I have got a little treat, and I will kind of plug it through the chat when we're talking about football, and I'm going to put the link in the chat. So if you want to come on, you're welcome to a little Christmas treat. Cheers to everybody. Got me cup of tea and me mince pie. Yes, Mr. Craig, as ever, always there. We will never, ever see a World Cup final like this again. Absolutely incredible. What a game. What a game. Messi, the GOAT. Not the Billy Goat, but the GOAT. And listen, Mbappe, top goal scorer with 8 goals and 5 assists. Messi with 7 goals and 3 assists. I think Messi got man of the tournament. And obviously Mbappe walks away with the golden boot, but it will probably want more. Yes, Miss J, my wife is on. Thank you. And just by the way, guys, it was my birthday yesterday. Turning our old ripe age off. Put it in the chat. How old do you think I am? Please spare me. Went out with the wife yesterday to celebrate my birthday, 20th of December. And as I said, I got me mince pie. And I got me cup of Rosie Lee. And happy Christmas to everybody. It was a one and all as we continue this evening. And let's talk about this evening. You want to go a bit north for that, brother? You want to go a bit north for that? Thank you, 50. That sounds good, but I'm a little bit older than that, brothers. I'm a little bit older than that. But I do like it, Craig. I'm going to pay you some money. Well, £50 coming your way. Yeah, Amazon vouchers. But well, listen, 55, that's the age that I've reached, and thank God for that. Thank you for his mercies and his grace, man. Big up. And big up to my missus who took me out yesterday to a lovely restaurant. Really enjoyed the food, and it was a great evening. But yeah, what a final. And yeah, today we're going to be talking about the January window. Could it potentially be one of the busiest, or is it just hot wind? It could be for some clubs, like Arsenal. The same old thing happened last season. There's a lot of talk in January, and we didn't buy Vlahovic, comes to mind, and we didn't end up getting a striker. We do need a striker because Eddie Nketiah ain't doing it. Today we played behind closed doors a game where we drew 0-0 with Luton. There was a lot of players that were rested, but as you can see, we ain't scoring goals. And Eddie Nketiah ain't the one. We ended up losing against Juventus B team 2-0. Albeit we had most of possession, 19 shots on target, 19 shots. Whether they were on target or not, I don't know. But we ended up scoring 2 own goals. One by Granit Xhaka, and the other one, I think it was the other one, Holding. I think it was Holding that scored. but we are lacking up front. Martinelli, Saka are to come back to boost up the side, but we do need to go and strengthen in January. We need to go and get a striker. We cannot be relying on Eddie Nketiah. It just cannot be. That's the old man. Yeah. Thank you, Jay. Yeah, we can't be relying on Eddie Nketiah to get us over the line. We have to go and buy. We're linked with Mudryk. Obviously Tillermans, we're linked with him as well. We might be pushing to try and see if we can get him for 15, maybe 20 mil. Possibly, he had a good game last night. They beat Leicester beat. I can't remember who they played, but they won 3-0. And he scored after 18 minutes. So we do need to strengthen. We need a striker and we need an attacking winger. Whether we'll do that or not is another thing. Excuse me if I'm coughing. Got a bit of a cough as well. So going inside, working inside and out does cause me to have a cough. It's a bit of coffee here. It's not coffee, it's tea. Yeah, it's tea. So so much to talk about. Hold on just 2 seconds. I want to just adjust something on my phone because it keeps going off. So let me just do something quickly here. It's not that one, it's this one. So put that on never. Okay, let's get back. Okay, right. So Carabao Cup is back, round 4. Will clubs see this as an inconvenience? And will Northgate win the Euros in 2024 with this crop of players? Obviously, Southgate has now signed a new, signed a new deal. He's decided to stay on till 2024. Is that a good move? I know Jamie Redknapp has been quite critical of him, saying basically any coach can get these guys to a quarterfinal. You can't celebrate at quarterfinals. It's not good enough. And any coach can get this crop of players to a quarterfinal. We don't see this as success getting to quarterfinals. Do you think we should have gone in for a new coach, maybe a foreign coach, or do we stick with the British coach? But now it looks now that the players like Gareth Southgate, the pundits like Gareth Southgate, the media like Gareth Southgate. He's a media lovey, so it looks like he's going to be with us for the next 18 months. But the question is, can this Northgate get these guys to win the 2024 European Cup with this crop of players? And any other business what now for Ronaldo, as Messi is officially crowned the GOAT, the one and only GOAT. So this is what we're going to talk about. But let's crack on and let's talk about the World Cup final and what a final it was, mate. Argentina winning the game eventually on penalties, winning it 4-2 on penalties. Listen, after 65 minutes, guys, I thought that France were well and truly out of it. They did not turn up. They were not at the races. And listen, Argentina were all over them. They were all over them. The penalty was given. And the thing about the penalty, some people were saying it was a bit soft. But listen, it is a penalty. And my man Messi duly turns up and slots it away brilliantly to make it 1-0. And then Di Maria getting the second goal. And you're thinking, this is it, 2-0. France going at half-time, 2-0 down. And you think that's it, really. And after 65 minutes, as I said, you're thinking there's no way back for this. Now, I didn't actually get to watch the match live. I was watching it on my phone, and then we went off to a birthday party. So I didn't get to. But what happened is when I dropped off my missus, she called me and said, France are drawing 2-2. I said, hang on, you just got out of the car. France are drawing 2-2. You're having a laugh, mate. Mbappe scoring 2 goals. One of the goals, he got a penalty, and the first goal was sublime, brilliant. And it's now 2-2 game on. And as a result of this, it goes into extra time. And Messi, I think, gets his second goal. I think it was like a bit of a scrappy goal, but he gets his second goal to make it 3-2 to Argentina. And then they go down the other side. A penalty was given, and Mbappe steps up and scores his hat trick. And not only scoring a hat trick, I don't remember the last time somebody's done that, but he scores an hat-trick in the final. I think the last time, it was Jeff Hurst that scored a hat-trick in the final, and that was back in 1966, I think. Something like that. So him getting that was unbelievable. Then you knew, yes, this is game on. But who was going to buckle? It ends up that it finishes after extra time, 3-3. It then goes to penalties. And as you know, France went first in their penalties. I can't remember. Or no, sorry, I think it was Messi that went first and scored. Just slotted it, nonchalantly, just to the side of the keeper. Didn't just pretty much pass it into the goal. And then France, I think, missed a penalty. And then basically, Kofi, he felt sorry for me. Kofi felt sorry for me, so he's gonna bro, it's hard talking by yourself, bro.
I don't feel sorry for Arsenal supporters there.
Man, how you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm good.
You're good. I know you said he was going to join me in the chat, but you must have felt sorry for me.
it was a little bit manic. I was doing the last minute Christmas shop, and
yeah. So, what lovelies did you get, mate?
Wow.
You didn't spend too much, did you? Secret. Okay. No. All right, we don't want to reveal. Kofi, welcome, man. Welcome.
Yeah, cheers, man. Thank you.
Listen, we were just talking about the France and Argentina game.
Oh yeah.
Well, what a game! And I just kind of was just going through it. I kind of got to the point where it came down to penalties. But just flip back. What was your thoughts on the game? Watching that game and knowing that after 65 minutes, France pretty much seemed out of it. The way Argentina, took the game to them. It's just like France just didn't seem like they were at the races at all.
Yeah,
Mbappe didn't seem to be in the game either.
In the first part of the game, Argentina really just took their moments, and their second goal, which they scored, was it was a typical kind of Messi-esque goal, and the way it was finished by Di Maria, I was like, wow, this Argentine team really won it today.
I mean, France were caught out of position. I mean, literally, there was just so many holes. For them to break on them and be like, I think it was like 2-on-2, I think 3-on-2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he calmly took it. Di Maria I think the pre-assist came from Messi, and I think it was, I don't know if it was McAllister.
I think McAllister played the ball, and then
and Di Maria just ran in it from the left and slotted it past Lloris. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that. So it's absolutely, crazy. And you're thinking 2-0, game done. And I was sort of saying that this was probably, watching the game after 65 minutes, I was sort of saying to myself, this is probably one of the most one-sided finals I've seen. And I was saying earlier on as well that I dropped my missus off to a party and I was looking for parking. She rings me back to say, have you found parking? I said, yep. She goes, it's 2-2. I said, what? You're having a laugh. What do you mean it's 2-2? She said, it's 2-2.
Literally, because I was at Rosalind's house and we were all sitting down and thinking, this game's done, it's done.
Yeah. And
all of a sudden, close my eyes and it's 2-1. Then I turn my head and it's 2-2.
and Mbappe, mate. You know what I mean? The guy gets the golden boot, highest goals, 8 goals and 5 assists. Owns to go away with a wooden spoon.
Yeah,
you're scoring the hat-trick. That's the first time that's been done since I think 1966, and that was Jeff Hurst.
He really has nerves of steel for his young age.
He's 23, Kofi. The guy's 23, right? And mark my words, this guy will win another. Messi's just warming the seat for this guy. He's going to be a top player. He's only 23. He's already won a World Cup. Yeah. If you say moves, I don't know whether PSG will ever win a Champions League. He will probably move to somewhere like Real Madrid because he's still young. He's 23. If he wins a Champions League, because I don't think he's won a Champions League yet.
True. Yeah, that's true. Wow.
You know what I mean? So if he's like, right, you know what? PSG ain't saying much. If Real Madrid are still sniffing around, Barcelona, maybe the likes of Man. I'm even hearing that Liverpool are interested in him. Man,
we haven't got the money. If the problem is, hello, good evening, guys.
That's great.
The problem is if we get a new ownership, like it's been brewing, Qatar owners been coming into the frame of things, but I don't know whether that will happen. But who knows?
Talking about owners. I mean, listen, Man United could be on the verge of being taken over by Dubai owners. You know, you've got Qatar owners that are looking at them as well. I think the Qatar owners, they own Man City. Is that all right? Or is it Qatar?
I think
owners.
Qatar owners.
Yeah. So if Man United, if the Glazers decide, you know what, to sell out. I mean, I was talking with Big D last week. It's actually quite strange, but Big D's not on it. But you know what I mean? But it's mad. But he was, there's a possibility, the Glazers are looking at anywhere between 7 and 10 billion. Whether they will get that or not is another thing. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But I think the fans will be happy. The fact that they're getting shot at these guys. And in terms
but
of
then the thing is, the biggest clubs in world football have been owned by Arab consortiums or companies. So that is a real shift in ownership.
Well, I mean, if you look at your club, for argument's sake, they spoke about it earlier on this year. About looking to Fenway, looking to sell up. And is it Fenway? It's Fenway, isn't it?
Fenway, yeah.
And again, there's a number of people out there that are interested in the club. Are they like club people from like the Arab states, or is it another American owner, or what? I mean, what's the story on that at the moment?
Well, the issue is that our FSG fully committed to a full sale, or is it just a part investment into Liverpool Football Club? And I'm torn between whether they're really looking to sell the club fully outright, or they just want more investment just to maybe tie up a few things or finish up. Because remember, they're still
building that stand.
Yeah.
What's your gut feeling? What's your gut feeling?
To be honest, I think maybe they've taken the club as far as they can actually take it. So they're probably looking to do the full sale.
Right, okay. Oh, I've just lost you there. What's happened there?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
So calls are coming in left and right. So probably the full sale is where they're looking to go, but you never know. Things can change.
Yeah. Sorry about this. I've got a bit of a cough as well. So we'll see what happens. But anyway, back to the Argentinian and France game. As I said, Mbappe walks away with the golden boot, but as the wooden spoon, Messi walks away with the World Cup. Bettered, when I say bettered, I mean Maradona done the same thing. Do you know what I mean? He surely now has to get the Ballon d'Or. He surely has to get the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
He has to. I mean,
he has to. You know what I mean? So I mean, that'd be interesting. I mean, and there will be a certain man, quaking in his boots, right? Because right now he must have been. Listen, this guy Messi carried his side.
Oh, yeah.
When I say carried his side, not to say that Argentina weren't, they were good. Yeah. But if it wasn't for Messi, mate, I don't know. Put it in the chat, guys. What do you think? Would Argentina have got to their finals if Messi was not playing? This guy, as I said, 7 goals, 3 assists, scored in every knockout game, right? He scored in every knockout game.
But you know what? It's those little moments of brilliance, because he hasn't got the pace.
Yeah, he's 35, Cole. He's 35.
And sometimes I think the team expect him just to turn up and turn the game on its head. And he's running against his pace, and it's
because most of the time he's at walking pace, but then he has these little bursts. I mean, you saw that in the semi-finals. Do you know what I mean? And the Messi of old showed up, and when he did show up, he caused problems. Do you know what I'm saying? And he's duly crowned the champion, the world champion. I don't think Ronaldo will ever. I mean, Ronaldo might have one more crack, and that will probably be at the European Cup. Yeah. By the time that comes around in 18 months' time, Ronaldo will be pushing nearly 40. Yeah, he's gonna try. He's gonna try and win. You know what I mean? He's gonna try and win something. Do you know what I'm saying? Because right now, Messi is the GOAT. He is the GOAT now.
Yeah,
nobody can take that away from him.
With the obsession with Ronaldo has, push him to say, look, let me just try and just keep my fitness. 2026, USA. Because
it wouldn't surprise me. Kofi, it would not surprise me. But seriously, I can't see Portugal winning the World Cup. I can't see them winning the World Cup. It'd be futile as far as I'm concerned. Do you know what I'm saying? It'd be futile, mate. So, he might just say, you know what? Let's shake hands, Messi, and I recognize you as the GOAT. But Ronaldo won't do that, mate. He won't do that. He won't do that. But listen, the celebrations as well in Buenos Aires, apparently 4 million people turned up.
Yeah. When they showed the Independence Square.
Yeah, it was absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. And just going back to the game, the antics from Martinez, the goalkeeper. I mean, listen, mate. He done it in front of the keeper when he got the Golden Glove.
Yeah,
because he kept the most clean sheets, and he done some gesture right in front of the king. But I was like, of Qatar. I was thinking, oh boy, behave yourself, like sort of thing. And then he was even. I can't remember who was mocking. I don't think it might have been Mbappe. When they won, he was kind of mocking. I think after they shook hands after, but some people were saying it's unsportsmanlike. But listen, he's got a revel in this, and now clubs like Bayern Munich now are looking at him and are interested in him. Do you know what I mean? And he's going to say to himself, right, I'll put myself right up there. Arsenal, we had him, we let him go to Aston Villa. Now he's a World Cup winner. Wow, imagine that. You know what I mean? Unbelievable.
But to be honest, I didn't really see that potential in him like that. I don't know when it came out the woodworks.
Listen, look, when he played for us, when Martinez played for us and Leno was injured, and that's which I didn't like. He got us to a FA Cup final. We won the FA Cup, and he basically came out and said, "Look, I want first." He just told them blatantly, "I want first team football because I know I can cut it at the top." And the talk was Arteta was basically like, you'll have to fight it out between you and Leno. Soon as the new season came back, who came in? Leno. Yeah. And then the speculation was basically Martinez is going to end up going to another club, and he ended up going to Aston Villa. And I think, he felt hurt about it. Yeah. And some Arsenal fans are not happy with some of the comments that he's been made and whatnot. But listen, at the end of the day, he is a very good goalkeeper. He commands his area well, a very good shot stopper, and a very good penalty in terms of the penalty. You know what I mean? So for me, it was wrong for us to get rid of him. Get rid of Leno and then bring in another thing. But in the end, Leno didn't want to play second fiddle. But then saying all of that, Ramsdale comes in, Leno gets pushed out. You know what I mean? So what was that all about then? You're keeping Leno only to push him out at the end. He's up at Fulham. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes I don't understand how our club runs sometimes. You know what I mean? But listen, Messi has won the World Cup. Argentina are world champions, defending champions. And you know what? As I said, for Mbappe, I suppose the question is that, the likelihood is he could end up winning another World Cup. But as I said, for the first 65 minutes of that game, the French team was not at the races. And I think, you saw that because Deschamps ended up taking off Giroud and Dembele. Yeah. But now they felt, mate. You know what I'm saying? He's like, you know what? I need to change this up. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, he made some. He had to make some hard decisions. Because you know the way France were just going.
I mean, Dembele was just getting done down that side. He got done by Di Maria on a number of occasions. Yeah. And in the end, you know, then Champs said, "I've seen enough, bro." You know what I mean? So
was that the only game Di Maria played?
Say that again?
Was that the only game Di Maria played?
No, I think he played earlier, but he picked up an injury, and then he got brought back. So I don't know if it was 2 or 3 games. Yeah. But because some people were saying it would be wrong for Deschamps, the coach to bring him back in. But look, he's brought him back in. He sets up the first goal. Or the third goal. I can't remember. He ends up scoring a goal, so he gets an assist and scores a goal. So you know what I mean. The coach has made the right choice. You know, and listen, they're world champions now, Kofi. They are world champions, and we have to accept, and probably won't be anymore for a while. I mean, this is it, and I suppose the question is, you know, some people were saying like England, you know, when England played France, when England played France, Jeff Hurst and Mbappe, the only players to score a hat-trick in the World Cup final. Yeah, I did mention that earlier on, Craig. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, you know, I mean, this guy's filling some boots here. You know what I mean? He's filling some big boots. The manager justified the changes. Yeah, absolutely agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. What was you just saying there, Kofi? Before I read that thing, what were you just saying? It's gone over my head. Don't worry. Right. Yeah. But it's whatever I was saying to you has gone out of my head as well. But I mean, in terms of you know what Craig has said, you know, the only players to do that, which is a feat. Do you know what I mean? Is an absolute feat and stuff like that. But no, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It's just come back now. The way England had approached that game against France, I felt they were too pragmatic. And in the end, the chances that France took, they duly took them in the quarterfinals. Yeah. Do you think if England had got to the finals and played more, freestyle football, do you think they would have maybe had a chance against Argentina, or do you think Argentina would have had too much for them? Because some people were saying that if England had got to the final, there might have been a good chance that they could have won it. Again, guys, put it in the chat. What do you think? It's just I don't think they would have won it, Julie, because yes, Messi probably, as he is the GOAT, would have just terrorized England defense, and also remember Argentina play a streetwise football, and I don't know whether England can cope with that type of team. So yeah, that would have been a question mark for England. Can they survive those moments where look what happened to Holland? Holland just got bullied. Yeah. That McAllister guy for Brighton, he's a player. Now he's in the shop window, and I'm sure there's gonna be teams looking at him. Yeah, big up, Julia. What you saying, brother? Yeah, it's me and Kofi tonight. D might join at the very end because he's on his way, and hopefully next week he'll probably be joining us on the stream on a boat. Wow. Yeah, bro. So hopefully if he gets the Wi-Fi connectivity, he could be on a liner talking to us in the middle of the ocean somewhere. So yeah. Big up. Yeah, Juna saying hello to everyone in the chat. Big up to you again, Juna. Happy Christmas, mate, as well. And yeah, by the way, guys, it was my birthday yesterday, turning the big 55, man. And wow. But Craig, I said I'm going to pay Craig well because he said 50. Did I celebrate my 50th birthday? So I like you, Craig. I really do like you, bro. Amazon vouchers coming in the post to you. Yeah. You know, there might be virtual ones. So, if you don't get them, I'm sorry about that, mate. Probably the postal strike and all that. So you have to blame them for that. But yeah, so it's just been a fantastic final. What a final, as I've said. What a final. Argentina winning the World Cup. Messi, the GOAT. Say no more. Basic say no more. So let's quickly the January windows, Kofi. The question I was asking, could the window potentially be one of the busiest, or is it just going to be hot wind for some of the clubs? Now, just talk about my club, for instance, yeah? You know, as you well know, the situation is if we've lost Jesus, we've now lost Reece Nelson to hamstring. He got it whilst playing against Juventus, where we lost 2-0 at home. Mind you, there wasn't a lot of people at the ground, you know, and some people are using that as an excuse, but we had something like 19 shots I don't know how many we had on target, whereas Juventus had 3 shots and 2 of those went in and they were both own goals. Now, the problem with us, Eddie scored 2, but they were both disallowed. One of them was an offside, and I think there was another was a foul on one of the players and that. But the problem is the situation we have right now is Jesus is out, our talisman is out, and we need to go big in January. If we are to sustain our position at the top, being 5 points clear, we have to go big in January. We have to go for a striker. We're linked with, as I said, Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk. We're linked with him. He's a 21-year-old player, very good player. But is he going to have the experience enough to play in this league? Brother, great age to be Nords. Mine was last November. Can't complain, brother. Happy belated, bro. Yeah. So, Junior, do you want to reveal your age or not? You know what I mean? Yeah, yours was last month. Yeah. Happy belated birthday as well. To you, Junior. So you know, I mean, we're linked with loads of players. Kudus, you know, what I mean, now Thuram, who's got 6 months left on his contract. We're linked with him. Do you know what I mean? You've got what's his name, Depay, who's got 6 months left on his contract. We can get him for 5 million. We need somebody that can lead from the front. And I keep saying it, Nketiah, he's not the one. He's just not the one to do it. And that's my fear. Do you know what I mean? You got Alvarez, who sits on the bench for Man City. Yeah. Who's a lot better. He sits on the bench. The man was scoring at the place in the World Cup. We've got Eddie Nketiah. And
who's that guy from Portugal? The one that was
what's his name? He scored an hat-trick.
Yeah.
Oh, what was his name? Guys, if you can remember, put it in there. The one that scored a hat-trick. I think, was it Ramos? I think it might be Ramos.
Ramos, yeah.
I think it was Ramos, yeah. I think it might be Ramos.
Which club is he from?
Ramos. He plays for Benfica, I think.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, wow. He's got like something like 14 goals. Yeah, so clubs are interested in him as well. What is your 1 to 11 World Cup players?
Wow.
Thank you very much. My son, give me some water. Thank you. Yeah, 1 to 11. So who? That will say your. So what are we talking? So the defense, midfield, and attacking. And what we going with? A 4-3-3? People? What are we going with? What is your 1 to 11 World Cup players? So who would you have in? Okay. Let's go. Let's start off in goal. Since he's got the Golden Glove.
Yeah, you gotta give it to him.
I think we got to go with Martinez, don't we?
Yeah.
You might disagree with me, people. Put it in the chat. Martinez.
Yeah.
Is that what we say, people?
I think Martinez.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, hopefully a lot of these players won't only come from. I knew Jay would put in this one. And listen. A little bit of Liverpool bias there, I would say. Definitely Saka, best player of the tournament for England team. Okay. Right, so, let's go with the goalkeeper, Martinez. All right. Hakimi, yeah, that's a good shout. Definitely. Hakimi. Who else? Right back. Hakimi, right back. What about in defense? Let's go with the 2 defenders.
I would say Virgil. Virgil had a good tournament.
Virgil?
Huh?
Again, doesn't he play for Liverpool? I'll tell you where. Listen, you might laugh at this, but I'll tell you who had a good tournament as well. Slabhead. But no, I wouldn't link it up. You know what? You know the funny thing, Martinez, who plays for obviously, Man United, he was every time he did play, he played well. Yeah. But he was used as a sub quite a lot. Upper Mancada, Maguire, Konate.
Konate,
But everybody's playing with Liverpool players here, man. Come on, man. Let's think out the box.
I was going to say Konate, but you know what? He was coming off the bench, and when he did play, he played well. So
right, okay. What about left back?
Who performed left back?
So that's consistent. So are we going with consistency, people? Are we going with consistency here?
Yeah, you have to.
So let's look at who performed well at left back.
What position's Rabiot?
Romario.
No, Rabiot for France.
Oh no, he plays in
midfield. Sorry.
Oh, you're having him in. You're having him as one of the players.
No. I was just thinking.
Okay. Luke Shaw. Getting Luke Shaw wasn't bad.
Luke who?
Luke, you know what I mean? Luke who? You having that after you, are you?
Trying to think.
Because you look at their stats, man.
Left.
We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
What about in midfield? What's the player for Morocco? He had a good game.
Oh, that is it?
I know Liverpool are interested in. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name because we've
Afrobat or something like that.
Afrobat. I think he done well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He's a good shout. Who else?
I would also put in. Brazil.
We're going 4-3-3. So you're going with him. Who else?
I'm thinking in Brazil or Portugal.
Do you know what? I would probably go. I'll tell you who I would probably go with. I thought he played really well. Was hold on a minute. Modric.
Modric, yeah.
How could we forget Modric?
Modric, Bellingham.
Modric, yeah, definitely Modric. Bellingham. All right, so that's your three. That's your three, Craig. That's good. That's a good midfield there, mate. Bellingham, box to box, Arabat. Modric just controlling that number 10 position, and Arabat just doing all the dirty work, man. Yes, Ruth, what you saying, brother? What you saying, bro? America one and all. Most of the Moroccan players, to be fair, played their socks off in the World Cup. Yep, yeah, definitely. That's a good one. I like that one for the. I'll definitely go with that, Craig. Okay, so that's 4-3-3. We still haven't got a left back. Put it in the chat, guy. We need a left back. And then we need our three front players. And let's just call it as it is. Messi. Yeah, Messi's got to be Messi. Yeah, Messi straight in there. Yeah, no messing about now. Messi's in there. Okay, and you're gonna have to put Mbappe.
There's one other place. There's
one more. There's two more places.
Right,
the right side, because Mbappe plays on the left, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's true.
And Messi, Mbappe, Giroud, or Alvarez. I would go because Giroud.
I would say, you know what? Giroud had a good tournament. Fantastic.
Yeah, Giroud. No, he did. He definitely did have a good tournament. But out of Giroud or Alvarez, who scored more goals? Was it Alvarez or Giroud?
I think Giroud scored more goals, didn't he? Well, no, Giroud equaled Thierry Henry's
record. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did that. He definitely. But I'm just looking at to see what he scored. He scored 4 goals. He scored 4 goals in the Premier League. And Alvarez, what did Alvarez score? Sorry, not the Premier League, the World Cup. Sorry. Alvarez scored 4 as well.
Wow.
Split.
Well, I'm going for Giroud.
You're going with Giroud?
Yeah.
Tried and trusted. I would put Saka up there. Yeah, he scored 3 goals, I think, in the tournament.
Saka
it's about output. I would put Saka as a striker. Nah. Do you know what you want, man? What you want, man?
Striker. Saka's a very, very influential.
Yeah, he's not a striker, bro. Yes, Mr. Brown. What are you saying, bro?
Yes.
Yeah, no. So left back, we still haven't got a left back. I'm gonna go with Alvarez. But you're going with Giroud.
Yeah.
I'm struggling. That's it, bro. I'm struggling as well.
You know what? Just chuck in Sure.
Sorry, boy, making me cough.
Get him in there.
We're struggling, so just put Luke Shaw in there. So that's our 11, and a very strong 11, mate. I could do bits. Hey, anybody seen Ronaldo?
The crybaby.
Bro.
Let him lick his wounds, man.
So just going back to this January window, can it be potentially a busy transfer window? As I said, Arsenal, we need 3 players. Yeah. What about you, Kofi, your team, Liverpool? What do you say?
We need a bit of balance in midfield, you know.
Yeah, that's been the story of your
World Cup manager.
For who though? What for England? Well, we know Southgate is staying on, so we will come to him and talk about whether he will be able to take England to the 2024 glory and win it. But what about a World Cup manager? There was Pochettino. Who else was there? Tuchel.
I'm gonna give it to the Brazil one for his dancing.
Oh, so are you asking about who was the best manager, Jay? I'm assuming that's what you're asking about. Is that you're asking who the best manager is? Benzema. Well, Benzema looks like it looks like Benzema is going to be retiring from international football, but he might have a different. But because if Deschamps said he looks like he's going to stay on until the Euro 2024 and beyond, and they were linked. The talk was that Zidane was going to take over the role, or be potentially the one to take over the role. And if that was the case, then there was talk or rumors that Benzema would stay on. You know what I mean? So at the moment, he's officially said that he's retired from international football. Mate, listen, if Benzema played for France, do you think it would have been a different kettle of fish? Or do you reckon, do you think that they would have been more ruthless, or do you think, you know, they deserve what they got?
Well, I mean, France got a lot of options, so definitely they would have really pushed and probably have scored before penalties.
Yeah,
I think
that's Craig. Sorry, just going there. The Morocco manager, got to take our hat off to him. He done so well getting these guys to the semi-finals. Do you know what I mean? Who would have thought? Do you know what I mean? So big up to the Morocco manager. So yeah, he's definitely won to possibly get manager of the tournament, even though he didn't make it to the finals. But definitely for me, you're saying the Brazilian coach. But the Brazilian fans were happy with him with some of the changes he made. The RG manager, Alvin's game with the RG manager. Obviously, it makes sense because they won the World Cup. So you know what I mean. You know, but yeah. So you just go back, Kofi, to your team in terms of what you need.
Yeah, I mean, midfield has been a big talking point for us. We definitely need, I think, a stronger right back, like just to give Trent a run for money, because like sometimes Trent feels a bit too big, you know, that one there to obviously cover him. And we brought like a smaller, I think, Ramsey, but he's not ready to fill the boots of Trent. So that's another area where we kind of need to fill.
Definitely, and obviously with you losing Diaz as well again.
Yeah, that's
big setback, because now he has to have an operation on his knee.
Yeah, he's 3 months out on sidelines. So
will that affect your top 4 challenge, Kofi?
Well, the thing is, Jota's not back until ending of January, probably into February.
Right.
So Diaz, Jota, we really do. His back's against the wall for us in the Christmas period.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you got a game tomorrow. We'll come on to that now.
Forget them, man.
Well, no, we'll come on, because you're playing away. Will you guys field your strongest team? Or, you know, I mean, there was talk before the World Cup, and the fact that this thing has been bunged in the middle of it, that, you know, Pep and Klopp were saying, well, listen, we'll just field what we got, because you still got players away and players that have to come back. So we will actually come on to that. But I'm not going to really talk about the Man United transfer window, or the Tottenham or the Chelsea, because they're not on here to sort of talk about their sides and that. But I'm sure teams, I mean, Chelsea seem like they're going to be very active. Man United, I don't know. I mean, they're linked with Gakpo. They're linked with every Tom, Dick and Harry at the moment. So who knows is whether they're going to get it over the line again. I'm hearing that De Jong, they're looking at De Jong again, but possibly in the summer. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens there. But in terms of what they need now, with Ronaldo leaving the club, Ronaldo, he's been offered around to Champions League clubs, but nobody wants him. So, you know, he might end up sewing up the deal with Al Nassr and going there and getting his £173 million deal, whatever he's going to get there. So we'll see what happens regarding that. I mean, there was talk, and I think my missus said it, that there was talk about Ronaldo linked with Liverpool. No. It was a crazy talk. That's what she said. I don't know how true it was, but that's what she said to me.
No,
but you know these journalists and these papers. Yeah. They always do that. Gakpo will sign. Yeah, definitely. Tall, rangy, well, he's an attacker. He can play across the front. Tall, rangy player. Did really well in the World Cup as well. I think he was Holland's top goal scorer. But the sort of money that, you know, PSV are going to be asking for him, you know what I mean? At one time, he was worth around 35, 40 million. Now that price could go up to 50, 60. And the problem is with Man United, which they have a major problem is over price the players that are overpriced, and they buy these players. They probably spent one of the most in terms of, you know, transfer money, and you're thinking, well, what really have you got for your money? Do you know what I mean? You got Anthony, you paid nearly 85 million for him. You got Casemiro, you paid 65, whatever. So you know what I mean? Is are Man United, you know, doing proper due diligence when it comes to buying the players? That's what I heard. But well, listen, I can't see that happening, man. I can't. Listen, it's probably because he probably think that's the only chance I've got a chance of winning the Champions League. Because Liverpool, they seem to always do well in that competition. So we'll wait and see what happens. Yeah. But But listen, as I said, the question is, guys, and put it in the chat. Do you think that the January transfers window could potentially be one of the busiest, or is it just going to be hot win? Will it be hot win for any of our clubs? Will it be Arsenal? Will it be Man United? Will it be Liverpool? Will it be Chelsea? Will it be Tottenham? You know, Newcastle? Who will be going out there and spending the money? Do you know what I mean? Newcastle could just do it like that because they've got the money. Arsenal, we need to do it in order for us to maintain our place at the top. 5 points clear at the moment, riding the crest of a wave. I've got to get that one in. You know what I mean? So we'll see what happens concerning that. But let's move quickly onto the Carabao Cup. You guys, Carabao Cup yesterday, there was a little bit of a scare. Newcastle will definitely spend. Definitely, there was a little bit of a scare, Kofi, yesterday in the Carabao Cup. Again, I didn't watch the games, but yesterday, Southampton were at one point losing 1-0 with their new manager. We're losing 1-0 to Lincoln. Lincoln were playing away to them. They ended up winning the game 2-1. So a win for the new manager. Newcastle beating Bournemouth 1-0. Eventually got over the line. Newcastle stand a very good chance of possibly winning this Carabao Cup. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. They stand a very good chance. Leicester basically away to MK Dons. And in that game, you had Tielemans scoring, Jamie Vardy scoring, and Ayoze Perez scoring in the 80th minute for Tielemans, 29th minute for Perez, and 50th minute for Jamie Vardy. Wolves beating Gillingham 2-0. And another win. Well, I say another win, a win for the new manager for Wolves. And the goal came in the goal came. Where did it come? Raul Jimenez in the 77th minute with a penalty. And in the 91st injury time, Nuri scoring that, an assist by Owing Chan. So they win that game and they move on to the next round. And today, Man United kick off today. First of all, start with Brighton. Charlton are playing at home to Brighton. That's kickoff is at quarter to 8. You never know. It could be an upset there, but you would probably think that Brighton will win that. Blackburn Rovers v Nottingham Forest. That could go either way. Do you know what I mean? And Manchester United against a Burnley that's playing really well in the Championship. They're top of their league. Vincent Kompany as their manager. Then they're playing a different brand of football. Yeah. I suppose the question is, will Man United field a strong side? You know, which I'm assuming Ten Hag will probably do that. But, you know, we're talking, it's the 22nd today. You know, Boxing Day is just around the corner. You know what I mean? There's a lot of games squashed in there. Will they rest players because you've got the Christmas fixtures coming up? Or will they go with a weak side and potentially get knocked out? Burnley are a very good football side. So we will see what happens. There could be a big, you know, a big upset there where Burnley play Man United away. And then tomorrow, the big one, Kofi, Manchester City. And I heard you say, yeah, don't worry about that. Manchester City v Liverpool. Kick-off at 8 o'clock. What are your thoughts on that quickly?
Well, both teams are going to rest players, I reckon. So obviously not going to be strong fielded squads for the game. But it's always an entertaining game and you never know. We're wearing thin on players, so are we going to play the kids? I don't know how many kids he's going to play.
But the problem with Man City, even if they did, if Man City play their second string side, they're good enough to walk into maybe any top 6.
Yeah.
So can you afford to? Because you don't want that momentum where you go and get slapped up. You know what I mean? You get slapped up by Man City. You know, and if they're going to start, Alvarez obviously won't be there, but you're going to have the machine in Erling Haaland waiting. Mr. Diego, long time no see. Happy Christmas, mate. Been looking at some of your evening strolls and daily strolls throughout on your Insta. So big up to you, bro. Big up to you. Big up to you.
My issue is this: will Klopp go into this game thinking, okay, should we field our strongest squad, knowing that you have got games coming up, Premier League, and you need to build some momentum to get going to those games.
Yeah.
So I've got an inkling he might go strong, but I think he should relax a little bit. And
after you play tomorrow,
yeah.
When is your next game?
Well, we got Leicester.
Right, away or home?
I think that's away. Away game.
Right, is that on Boxing Day or is it like 27th? Do you know? Is it because it's quite?
When is that? When's that game? I think it's
the fixtures, the Christmas. Yeah. Anybody in the chat? I haven't got the things up in front of me. Can you just tell me when Liverpool play Leicester? Is it Boxing Day or is it like they say the Sunday or the Monday? Let us know because I was saying the games are coming thick and fast for Man City and for Liverpool, Man United as well, because these games are concertinaed in the middle of this. And you know, as I said, is the Carabao Cup going to be an inconvenience to a lot of these clubs, or you know, will they go and do what they need to do? You know what I mean? So we'll wait and see. But yeah, if anybody can let us know in the chat when, or unless Kofi can find it, when Liverpool play Leicester, because it is going to be quite a short period. You know what I mean? It's going to be a short period between you playing again. Do you know what I mean? So put it in the chat if you do know, and that. So whilst people are looking for that, let's move on to the fourth one. We're moving along quickly. This will be one of the fastest streams I've done. Will Northgate win the Euros in 2024 with these copper players? As we know, Gareth Southgate has decided to stay on with this club. You know, we heard rumours that we won't hear until the new year, but it's obviously come out. We knew all along that he was going to stay on. You know, so, you know, this speculation and stuff like that. The England players are happy with him. The media are happy. He's a media lovey. Yeah. But he has to be more bullish when it comes to, he's got some good players. He's got some good players there, Kofi. You know what I mean? And Jamie Redknapp came out. Yes, my sister, how you doing? That's my sister there, Anne-Marie Lewis. Big up to you. The thing is, with the players that he's got, what Jamie Redknapp basically came out and said is that anybody with this crop of players can get them to the quarterfinals. If everybody's celebrating quarterfinal as a success, it ain't success. And Gareth Southgate needs to do better. He needs to do better. So the question I'm asking people in the chat as well, and yourself, Kofi, do you think that Northgate will win the Euros in 2024 with this crop of players?
There you go. Well, they haven't won anything yet, so no.
You don't think so? No. Okay, let's just look back on the, in terms of, he's probably been one of the most successful England managers, being the fact that he's got to a semi-final and they lost that to Croatia. That was in the World Cup, and he got to a European final. Is that right? Or get that right?
Sorry, they got to World Cup semi-final.
Yeah, but they got to a European final, didn't they?
Yeah,
and they lost that to Croatia, didn't they?
No, the European final was.
Oh no, it was Italy. Sorry, it was Italy.
Italy
and Croatia semi-finals.
yeah,
and now quarterfinals. So that's his record, and you're saying that with this crop of players, because there are some talented players that you only got to look Saka, Maddison, and as a matter of fact, what was the point of bringing Maddison to the World Cup? Can anybody please tell me? What was the point? What was the point? You know what I mean? Literally, it was a complete joke. You know what I mean? Because, I think he just did it to tick the box because people were having a moan at him, and now he's ended up bringing him in, but not playing him. All right, yes, he did. Granted, he didn't have an injury, but they should have played him. So, so you think Monday, 26th?
Oh, Villa, okay.
Okay, right, okay.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Mate, so your Carabao Cup tomorrow, 4 days later.
Yeah.
Aston Villa away. And then 4 days after that,
then
3 games in 12 days. Not much. There's not much rest there, mate. And you've got, with your injuries, Kofi.
Yeah, honestly. That's what I'm saying.
Something in January,
like, will he play the kids? And a few.
But if you see, for me, if he does that and he gets a walloping, that's not going to be good mentally for the players. If they get walloped by Man City, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's 50-50 what he does there. I think he's going to have to go with some kids, but majority he'd have to play, his top players. He's going to have to. He's definitely going to have to. And like players that didn't play in the World Cup, like Salah, they're well rested. So get them in there. And you never know. I just said you never know. There could be an upset on the cards. Let's wait and see. But Liverpool, the defending champions. Yes, Carabao Cup. They could have done the quad, but they didn't do it.
No, but this is the thing. I think that maybe, obviously, Premier League is kind of out the window now. So he's probably.
What about fourth place though? What about fourth place?
Yeah, it's still doable. Fourth place is still doable.
With the current crop of the squad that you've got, because you're very much.
Yeah, but we have a record of a good run in the second half of the season, so I'm banking on that to kind of pull us through. Okay. And Champions League is always there for the taking, but we just need to cross the line with that. So yeah.
Okay. We'll wait and see you with that. But people, you haven't told me in the chat. Do you think that Northgate can win the Euros with this crop of players? Yes or no? Just quick yes or no from you guys in the chat. Will he do it or not? Kofi seems to think that he won't do it, even though his record is semi-finals, finals, and quarterfinals. So it's a hard one. I think a better manager with this crop of players, someone like a Tuchel, someone like a Pochettino, would probably progress them further and be playing a bit more expansive football, because Gareth Southgate, being naturally a defender, is going to be more pragmatic. You know what I mean? Yes, he can turn up and play against the smaller sides and play more open, but when it comes up against the bigger sides, like the likes of France, Argentina, all them kind of Brazil and that, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, let's just wait and see and see what happens. But I think another manager would get England with a crop of players that have got playing more expansive football, for me personally speaking, and will probably go a lot further and maybe get that golden ticket, whether that be the European Cup or the World Cup. So we'll just wait and see. But so let me know, guys, do you think Gareth Southgate can win the Euros 24 with that crop of players. Yes, if he plays progressive attacking football, the moment the referee starts the game, we need to get nasty. That's coming from Diego. Let me know, people in the chat. And moving on to the last, but not least, any other business. And this is it, Kofi. What now for Ronaldo? As Messi is crowned officially the GOAT. And let
up his boots. You know what they do in New York, where they put the boots on the cables? It's just hanging up on the line. They should do that.
Okay, well, listen. You see, I got something in here. Right. I might get copyright, but listen. As you can see, yeah, two men, two greats, but they did a picture with just Messi, with him looking at the World Cup. They superimposed it and took out Ronaldo. Well, here we go, guys. It's checkmate, mate. Messi saying it's checkmate. I've got the World Cup. Yeah. Ronaldo, you're done out here. You're done. As Kofi said, will the man play on until he's 40-something? Yeah, to try and get some kind of glory. Because at the moment, Ronaldo is 37, Messi's 35. He's won the World Cup. He's officially crowned the GOAT. And as Big D would say, there's the GOAT and there's the Billy GOAT. I'm assuming Big D is not fond of Ronaldo, but there might be some people in the chat that might be fond of Ronaldo. Listen, I'm not taking it away from Ronaldo. He's a fantastic player, but over these last couple of years or so, especially the last couple of months, he's tarnishing his reputation with the antics, with the Piers Morgan, with even in the World Cup with his manager, walking off the pitch when, Portugal lost and leaving his players on the, you know what I mean? It's all about him. But here the story ends. Here the story ends, Kofi. Yeah. Here according to this picture, yeah. You know about checkmate, innit? You can't do anymore. Once it's checkmate, you just lick off all the pieces, yeah? And he just says, yo, this is what I got in front of me. The Gold Cup. You will never, ever get this. You will never, ever see this in your lifetime, Mr. Ronaldo.
He needs to start taking some humble pie and saying, you know what? I've had a good career.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kof. Hold on a second. I'll tell you, there is one solution that he could do. Yeah, there is one solution. Now, again, I might get copyright for this, but you know what? It is what it is, bro. Right? There is one solution, right? There is one solution. Yeah, there is one solution. Okay. Right. That's where he could take a flight to Mars. He could take a flight to Mars because that's the only place, that's where he's going to go, yeah? Get into that first rocket and fly to Mars. Because after my man won the World Cup, let's stop sharing there. After my man won the World Cup, that's basically what my man needed to do, yeah? Jump into a rocket and fly to the furthest part of the universe. Because my man ain't doing it, yeah? You saw them two playing chess. Man, I said, checkmate, I am the GOAT. And unfortunately, you are the Billy GOAT. It's as simple as that. And the only reason why he's probably got that name now as the Billy GOAT, it's not to say that Ronaldo is not a great, he's a great player. You only have to look at his stats, Kofi. Yeah. But the problem is the antics that he's been carrying on for the past couple of months is tarnishing his reputation.
Absolutely ridiculous the way he's been going on.
Absolutely tarnishing his reputation. And because of that, you know what I mean? His legacy now, all they're going to remember him for now is his moping, walking off the pitch, yeah, doing an interview with Piers Morgan, talking about Man United and saying he wants to leave and whatever, cussing out all these punditry friends that used to be his friends and whatnot. It's not good right now for Ronaldo. It's not good right now for Ronaldo. And I said the only way this man, as you said, Kofi, he could possibly go on and play. Well, I don't know, whatever he's going to do. He might do a Michael Jackson, go on and freeze himself. and then come back again, and then come back for the 26 World Cup. Is it 2026?
Yeah.
Yeah, and come back for that and say, yo, I'm frozen. I've been in a frozen state. Listen, or better still, he's ended up flying to Mars and nobody will ever hear from him again.
Has there been any player playing in the World Cup that'd been in their 40s?
Yeah, I think I'm sure there's as a matter of fact, in this World Cup, is there anybody in their 40s? I can't remember. Guys, put it in the chat if you do. I'm sure. I'm just trying to think if Buffon. Did Buffon? How old is Buffon? About 42, 43? Did Buffon? No. He played in the European, I think. I don't know,
How old was Georgie Hadji? Was he?
Oh, that might be, you know what? That's a possibility. I'll tell you who was the other player, but did he, the one, Roger, who
Miller.
played for Cameroon?
Yeah.
Was he in his 40s?
He was, what age was he?
Or was he in the late 30s? I can't remember.
I think it was
Roger Miller.
38, 39 or something like that.
Well, Junior's saying Roger Miller. I can't remember.
Yeah, I think he got to like 38.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the last, 15 to 20 years or so, has there been any players in a World Cup final? I'm not talking about the final. I'm just talking about playing in a World Cup final tournament. He was 43.
43. Wow.
Okay, then. Well, there you have it. Roger Miller, 43. So, what I would say, Ronaldo, there is hope for you. Whether you actually play in the final is another thing. But listen, you never know with this guy, you know what I mean? Because right now, he has to now try and catch this man. And I don't think personally it's going to happen. As I said the question now, what now for Ronaldo? As Messi is now officially crowned as the GOAT. And people in the chat, would you agree with me? Is Messi now the GOAT, or is Ronaldo still up there with him? Let me know what you think, because he's now won the World Cup. Obviously, all the La Liga titles you can think of. He's won European Cups. Yeah, Ronaldo's done that as well. But Ronaldo has not won a World Cup. When Diego Maradona did the hand of God, I was in primary school days. I got licks in the playground and on the pitch for me. The Maradona had more to his game in comparison with Maradona. Yeah, I'll definitely agree with you there, Diego. Definitely, absolutely. The guy was unreal. They showed some of his warming up clips. I don't know if you've seen them. Oh, listen, the guy was nonchalant, man. The way he manipulated that ball, he was unbelievable. The hand of God. And even, I moaned about, the goal. I think I was who was the player that moaned about him? I can't remember who the defender was. Steve something, I can't remember. But it was that mesmeric run that he made from his side and scored that goal. Got hacked down. They were trying to kick him down and everything. Roger Miller was 30. I don't know where man got 43 from. Laugh out loud. I thought, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm sure he was 38, not 43. So, Junior, you need to let us know where you're getting your information from, bro. You know what I mean? Right, man is saying 43, and I think he might have played until he was 43. Yeah, but he definitely didn't play. He wasn't 43 when he played in the World Cup. I know he was definitely in his late 30s. But I can't think of any other person, to be honest. If anybody knows, I can't think of any other person, to be honest, perfectly honest. But yeah, it's kind of mad. It's kind of mad still. But yeah, so listen, guys, we have come to the end of the show. I want to thank everybody in the chat. And I was going to do this, but next time I'd actually put the link in the chat. But as a New Year special, when we go back, obviously we've got another stream next week. I want to probably put the StreamYard link in the chat for anybody to come on the show for a couple of minutes. Yeah, put your cameras on, be nice. Yeah, Master, come on with your cameras. No swearing, because this is a no swearing channel. You know what I mean? You don't hardly any cussing on there. So come on, and we can have a chat. Yeah, talk about your teams and stuff like that. That would be actually good. It'd be good to have you. Sorry, guys, he was 42. Well, great show. Yeah, listen, you never walk alone. That's right. He was 42. So Junior's sticking to 42. Root Calls thinks he was 38. So listen, you guys can fight it out in the chat and work it out. Yes, yeah. Wishing you a happy Christmas, Craig. And yeah, so we got another show next week. D will probably be on that show. He was going to come on later, but he's probably going to miss it now. But D will be probably doing the show in the middle of the ocean somewhere. So we're going to see how that all works out next week and see what happens. Junior said you can't beat Google. He just Googled it. So Root Calls, Google it and see what he's saying. He just Googled it. He was the oldest player to play in the World Cup at the age of 42. So if you want to do that, Merry Christmas to you all. I'll be my pleasure and go and look it up. Great show. Sorry for the miss up. I was close. But listen, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe and share if you're new. As I say, on the road to 300. Everybody have a fantastic Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Do not drink too much. Yeah. Numb them cashew nuts. Yeah. That beef. Yeah. Wait, some turkey, some chicken. You know what I mean? Some Brussels sprouts, bro. My belly's starting to rumble right now. Yeah. Looking forward to that. Have a great Christmas. And we will see you on the next What's Going On podcast. If I can get my words out, please like and subscribe and share if you're new. And see you.
Take care, guys.
Take care and God bless.
Merry Christmas.